Hey guys, it's Steve Lawson here. Welcome back to day 8 of my 100-day video challenge with the Internet Lifestyle Network. And today what I thought I'd do is to actually give you a little bit of background information and let you into how I actually got involved with the world of online marketing and network marketing in general. And it's a story that takes me back about 3 years now, actually. And I don't want to go right back into my past, and I'll say that for another day. But about 3 years ago, I was put into a position where I had to leave a business that I was operating. I owned a franchise, and I was put in a position where I was forced into actually leaving, and I'm not going to go into any details about that. It would be unfair on the people that were involved. But as it happened, I was in a state of mind where I really wasn't enjoying what I was doing. I was quite depressed. I was quite miserable. I was under a lot of stress, both mentally and financially. And when I look back on it, when I think what's happened over the last 3 years, I'm actually very, very grateful that I did get out, because my life had been not particularly great. You know, I wasn't enjoying life. I wasn't enjoying being involved in the business. I'd had lots of problems. It affected my relationships, and so looking back, I am kind of relieved that I did get out of there. But you know, when you come out of something that you've been involved with for many, many years, and I've been involved with the transport and logistics industry for about 25 years, and 11 years in the previous business. But you know, when you step out into the unknown, you know, you could obviously feel very, very nervous and full of trepidation as to about what's going to go on in your life. You know, what are you going to do next? I've pretty much been self-employed most of my working life, and I was at a point where I thought, crumbs, you know, what am I going to do? I don't know what I want to do. You know, what should I do? And it was hard. It was hard, you know. And I was very, very fortunate in that I had a partner, Susan, who was very, very supportive. And although she was not happy that I'd left the business, because from a financial point of view, it meant that I had no money basically, and so I had to start again. And when you start again at the age of 47, 48, it's not easy. But I knew I needed to do something. I knew that I couldn't work for anybody else. I've never enjoyed the experience of working for other people. And that's mainly down to my own personal kind of view on what freedom is. And I'm not talking about financial freedom, I'm talking about personal freedom, because I've never been one that wants to be, I don't want to be shackled by somebody else. I don't want to be the person that has to clock in every day and report for duty. So it was important for me to look for something else that I could do for me and for my family, and not for anybody else, to, you know, not in a selfish way, but, well, maybe it was a bit selfish, but purely in a sense that I want my freedom. You know, I don't want to be tied down to, you know, a timetable, somebody else's timetable. So I then set about looking around for other business opportunities, and I'd always had a passion for do-it-yourself, DIY. I'm a great, you know, I was very, very much a hands-on sort of person. I love to fix things. I love mending things, and I thought, well, maybe I could get involved in a new career involved in something to do with my love of the DIY world. So I started looking around at different things, and I decided I was going to train to become a plumber. And so I started a plumbing course. It was like one of these, you know, you work from home basically, and you know, like a correspondence course, if you like, and there was training built into it. So I kind of went down that path, and I started to, you know, do all the training, and went off and did the you know, the actual physical training at some workshops up in the Midlands, in the middle of the UK. And I was enjoying it, to be fair, and I was thinking to myself, well, if I can get through this, I could then set up my own business, my own plumbing business, and, you know, start again. And that's what I intended to do. And of course, you know, typical for my life, typical of me, I one day decided to do something where I was stood on top of a ladder, and, you know, I wasn't really concentrating and paying much attention. But the upshot of it was I stepped back off the ladder and fell off and landed on my back. And at the time I was pretty winded, but I didn't feel as though I'd done any major damage. But unfortunately for me, I had, and I hadn't realised it. And so over the course of the next few weeks, I was doing other bits and pieces, and I was starting to get these terrible pains in my back and couldn't understand it. And so, I went off to the doctor, and the doctor sent me to have an MRI scan, and they discovered that I had 2 prolapsed discs in my back. And I think this was a part of the part of this fall that I'd had. And so, of course, that meant then that I wasn't able to do the kind of physical elements and aspects of the plumbing training that I was doing. It was too much for me. It was too painful, and it was getting worse day by day. So I then had to make another decision, and so, it was difficult because I am. I've just come out of a long-term business, started a new potential career which I was enjoying, and now all of a sudden I'm back to square one again, and I've got to start again, and I've got to think again about what I want to do. And because of the fact that I'd injured my back, I knew that a physical job was no longer going to be an option for me. So I decided that I would look to the internet to see if there was anything that I could do, perhaps where I could work from home, and maybe even if it was like working for somebody else in the short term, but I was able to work from home, then I thought that's what I would do. And over the course of a few months, I was doing some research, and I came across a business opportunity that was like a network marketing business, and I didn't really know much about it. I was not familiar with this whole networking business, and certainly wasn't familiar with the online world. But actually, I kind of looked at it and thought, well, this seems quite interesting, and I decided to enroll in this program, and it was actually called the Six Figure Mentors, and that was my initial introduction into the world of online marketing. And I got to say, it was awesome training. The only problem at the time was that I couldn't really afford the payments for this particular business. They were quite high, and I was new, and so every time I was paying out something, it was a bit of a struggle. So in the end, I thought, well, I kind of like this world that I'm entering into, and I'm enjoying it, but I don't, at the moment I can't kind of pay for it. So I started to look around at other opportunities, and I started to look at other business ideas that were a little bit less costly in terms of starting up. And then I started to come across this whole concept of affiliate marketing, where you actually promote other people's goods and you make a small commission. So I got involved with that, and I signed up on a number of different courses and started to buy lots of books and CDs, and downloading lots of information, and slowly started to build up my knowledge base and started to gain some experience. And eventually, what happened was I decided that I wanted to do this as a full-time career, and I knew that it was enjoyable. I was really loving it. It was giving me the opportunity to work from home, so I could see my family more often. It was giving me that time freedom that I enjoyed, and so I just kind of delved right into it and really decided to dedicate myself to it. And that's where I find myself today. I've moved from a few different businesses, and I believe that sometimes you've got to go through that process. You got to find something that you are absolutely passionate about. And for me, it took me a little while. It took me a little while to get passionate about a particular business. And in my case, I've become passionate about 2 businesses. They're very different, but they do complement each other. And so that's what I do now. I'm involved with these 2 businesses. One of them, which is the Internet Lifestyle Network, and which is what I'm doing this video actually for, as part of the ongoing training for Internet Lifestyle Network, is that you're making an attempt to grow as a person. This personal development has a lot to do with working online, to be honest with you. And a lot of people will tell you that working online and in being involved in a network marketing business or a multi-level marketing business is really just personal development in disguise, because you need to grow as an individual. You need to be confident. You need to be able to get your message out there to people, and so that's why I'm making this video. But the whole point of actually now that I'm involved with these businesses, what I've realised is that I don't think I could actually ever work for anybody else again. Now that I know what opportunities there are out there online for people, because we're talking about a global community, and when we're talking globally, we're talking literally millions and millions of people that are online, all looking for similar things, and so it's a great way of actually developing a big business, which you can operate from home, but obviously it's not easy. It's hard work, and you've got to put a lot of time and a lot of effort into it. But it's the same with any business, and when I worked for my previous company, when I was in the transport and logistics business, I was working 14, 15-hour days, 6 days a week. I was putting my heart and soul into it, but I wasn't enjoying it. That was the downside, I wasn't enjoying it. And whereas with the internet world, I do enjoy it, because for me, it's like you're talking to friends every day. And what's wrong with that? It's great. I'd much rather be doing that, talking to friends and having fun online and making videos and making content and creating blogs and stuff like that, and helping other people to do a similar thing and duplicating the whole process. I'd rather be doing that than I would getting up at 3 a.m. to go into my place of work and then have to have all the aggravation, hassle and stress of employing 30 odd staff and making sure that all my vehicles are running properly and looking after all the books and dealing with all the issues and looking after health and safety and human resources and making sure we've got enough stationery and just all these aspects of a business that people just don't realize. Making sure you've got all the insurances, you've got public health insurance, public liability insurance, it's just, the list goes on and on. It's endless. And then all of the costs involved. I had a 30,000 square foot, industrial unit, which was costing me like 18,000 a month in rent, and then another 12,000 in rates. Ridiculous. I had to turn over 70,000 a month just to break even. And it's huge stress. Whereas something like an internet business, you can start for, anything from like $25, and with a bit of hard work and a bit of effort, you can turn that into a massive income, residual income. And so I think personally, anyone who's looking to get involved in an online business would be foolish not to try it, not to even give it a go, because what is there to lose? If you think about investing in a business, if you wanted to buy, for example, maybe like a coffee shop or a newsagent, you'd be investing a minimum of like 50,000-60,000, and then you've got all the extra hassles on top of employing staff. And what happens when one of your staff doesn't turn up, and you've got to take that place, and you're working your fingers to the bone, and it's tough. It really is tough. And that's what I love about the internet, is that you've got this opportunity to create an amazing income through helping other people do exactly the same. And you can do it from the comfort of your own home. I mean, it's literally a no-brainer in my mind. So so there we are. I mean, I could go on, I could talk on and on about this, but I can see the video's already up to 13 minutes, and I don't want to keep going. But reality is, if you are like me, if you're the kind of person that is looking for something different, looking for a way to earn a living, work from home, do it online, have this global community, make friends. If you want to do all those things, then the reality is that the opportunities are there for everybody, and all you need is an internet connection and a laptop, and you can operate this business from anywhere in the world. And what could be better than that, really? I don't know anything else that could be better than that. So if you are interested in finding out any more about the particular businesses that I'm involved in, then that's great. I am involved with the Internet Lifestyle Network, and I'll place a link at the bottom of the video. I am involved in another business, but I'm not going to say that because this is going on my Internet Lifestyle Network group, and it would be unfair of me to be talking about other business opportunities. But if you wanted to find out any more, then just give me a message. You can get me on my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Steve Lawson online now. I've also got a Skype ID, which is Skype Steve Lawson SFM, so you can get me on Skype. But just if you come across this video on YouTube, or if you come across it in any of the groups that I might post it out to, then just click on my links. You'll come across me, and if you want to discuss how you can get involved and get started and if you want to be part of my team, and you know, and I like to think that I'm very inclusive, and I like to help everybody that comes in and gets involved with what I do. I've been involved with other businesses in the past where I've had virtually literally no contact whatsoever with my sponsors. You know, the odd message here and there, and it's not right in my opinion. If you're going to be involved in a people business, you need to be making yourself available for the people, and you know, all this just constantly sending out videos of training sessions, I don't know whether that's for me. You know, I like to be kind of hands-on, and I like to communicate with people. I like to actually interact, and because it's fun. Ultimately, it is fun. You know, there's nothing you know, wrong with being social, and that's what I think this business is all about. It's about being social and building friendships, and friendships with people from all over the planet, which is awesome. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. It's been great to do another video, and I'll come back with another video tomorrow on day 9 of my Internet Lifestyle Network Challenge. And really enjoyed it. I hope you've taken something away from this. I hope you've understood a little bit more about me. I will probably go into my backstory a bit more in another video, because I've got lots of stories to tell you. To be honest with you, I've had quite an interesting and diverse life, and but I don't want to go into that right now. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.